Pandalicious!
皆さんこんにちは。Thank you for tuning into another episode of Pandalicious Cooking. For today, I'll be making a simple Japanese dish called Saba no Miso Ni or Miso Simmered Mackerel. Without further ado, please strap yourselves in and enjoy your Pandalicious ride.
Okay, so these are the ingredients that you need for the Saba Miso Ni. So first up, we have the Saba or Spanish mackerel. So this is our tree fillet that's just completely deboned completely. There's no bones. So the next part is for the sauce, and what we need is about 2 tablespoons worth of miso, and what I'm using is Awase miso because I think that has the best balance of both worlds. So this is a mix between red and white miso. Next is about 2 tablespoons of sake, 2 tablespoons of sugar, 2 tablespoons worth of ginger, chopped up and diced, and about half a cup of water. And the rest is the garnish. What we need is about half a teaspoon of soy sauce in there, and that's about 2 spring onions chopped up. Yep, and that's basically what you need for this recipe. And just one more thing, we need a special equipment called odoshibuta. So if you don't have this, I'll post a guide in the description for how you can make your own one using an aluminum foil. It's pretty easy, so not too bad. Okay, so I've cut up the fish now. So what I did was I cut it up in half, so that used to be a complete fillet. So next what I did was I cut a cross cut in it, so that's about halfway deep in. Don't cut all the way through, if not your fish is just going to break apart when you're simmering it. So the reason for this cross cut is that you want the flavor of the sauce to come in, and it just cooks everything inside evenly as well. Okay, so what you want to do next is you want to mix up the sauce ingredients first before you actually heat it up. So first up, add the half cup of water, sugar, sake, ginger, and awase miso. So what we're going to do now is we're going to pre-mix the sauce up first. So just make sure everything dissolves and mix up nicely and evenly. Okay, so now that everything's sort of mixed up, we can turn up the heat. So okay, chums, let's start cooking. Okay, so you want to boil this up on a high heat and until everything starts boiling. And try to make sure to get all the leftover miso to be completely dissolved in the sauce as well. Okay, now that it's started to boil, what we need to do is just add the fish. But before that, turn the heat down to medium. So next up, we're going to add in the fish, as mentioned earlier. So, sure. Just be careful not to boil yourself. Okay, next up, we're going to put on the otoshibuta. And just let that simmer for about 15 minutes or so, and it should be done. So it's about 15 minutes now, and that should be almost about ready. Oh, ooh, steamy. Oh. Yep, that should be it. But we're not done yet, so we still have the finishing touches. So we still have the soy sauce and the shoyu that we had earlier. So what we want to do now is just drop that in, and about half of the negi. The rest we're going to use for garnishing. Okay, so don't use a ladle to stir the soy sauce that we put inside just now. So just stir up the pot just like that and make sure everything's just going around nice and evenly. And there you have it. You're done. Ta-ding!
Ta-ding! You're done.
Okay, so that's basically the finished product, and yep, doesn't that look yummy? So what I did was I just garnished a bit with the negi, the leftover negi that we had earlier, and it's okay. So let's dig in and see how that goes. Okay, じゃあいただきます。 It's just easy, it just goes through that, so. It's really nice and juicy. It just melts in your mouth. Just enough amount of sweetness, just enough amount of saltiness, and that's just spot on. One thing about Japanese cooking is it's very simple and it's very delicious. So just because it's very simple doesn't mean that you can master it easily. It takes years and years to refine a really good Saba miso ni, and I'm still getting there. Well, not yet, but I'm still getting there, so. Wait, one more. That's just yummy.
A few final words. I put a few serving suggestions in the description below, so please check it out. Worth noting is that you have quite a bit of leftover sauce in the pot, so I've also written on how to make some yummy miso soup with it. Thanks again for tuning into this episode, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. I'll be making some healthy teriyaki burger patties for the next episode of Pandalicious Cooking. Please look forward to that. So until next time, I hope you guys will have a Pandalicious day. Mata ne!